What's going on, guys? Welcome back into some more City Skylines in Chandler County. Now, I will admit that this is actually my second attempt at doing this episode. The first time I did it, I was not happy with what happened. So let me kind of go show you what I did, or tried to do rather. Now, we did hit our 12,000, so we unlocked train stations and rail lines. Now, I was trying to do something kind of nifty here with the train line and sinking it down below everything. But the more I got to looking at it, the more I just don't like it. I don't like these steep cliff sides on it. I don't like the way the bridges turned out. I just was not happy with anything that happened here. So I decided to do a bit of searching. And since this is a very, very flat map, this is a very flat map. I went to the flattest part of the United States I could think of, the Midwest and Iowa and stuff. I went to the Midwest of the United States and started looking at small rural cities similar to Chandler here and some of their rail lines, and what they do with their rail lines as they go through the city and have to deal with these kind of narrow, sorry about that, my mouse kind of went nuts. Some of these, these flat areas and all of these at-grade crossings. So I've done a little bit of research, okay? So here is the plan. We're going to do some demolishing, first and foremost. We're just going to, we're going to do away with some of this stuff that I have done right here. Okay, we're going to get rid of that sunken rail line. It's just not going to be a thing anymore. It's not going to be like that. We're not sinking it down. We are going to turn that back into an at-level crossing instead of a bridge. And then this guy right here is going to have to end up being an extra node. The reason I was trying to sink it down is Cities Skylines does not like so many nodes close together. Normally, you would never have the rail line this close to an intersection. It's too many nodes. It's a node there. It's a node there. There's a lot happening, and it can cause slowdowns with traffic, which is something obviously you want to avoid as much as possible. So I think what we're going to do instead is make a couple of maybe slight. We're going to have a couple of at-grade crossings. You can't totally avoid at-grade crossings. It's a fact of life. It's something you're going to have as at-grade crossings, but we can try to minimize them as best as possible. So I think what I would like to do is come right here. And for some reason, this is just, why are you underground? There we go. I think I want to bring this road up and bring it around. Let me see, is that the right height? Well, it would help if I had the right road style. Elevated, there we go. Okay, yeah, no, that is most definitely not the right height. All right, that is. All right, so we're going to bring our road here right over here, I think. It's going to be a little, it's going to look a little wonky for a minute, but don't worry. I have a brilliant idea for this. Possibly. Okay. We're going to start it like that. Don't worry. This is not done. Well, that's not working right. Okay, so there's a start for this. Now let's make this thing actually look right. Somehow. Okay, so the beginnings of it are there. Now I've got to get the train line properly lined up underneath it. I do want it to go straight. I'm going to bring it straight on out here for just a second. Then we're going to get a nice curve into our other one right there. Okay. We're not going to sink this thing down at all, essentially. It's going to stay above the ground. We're going to have just an at-grade crossing there. Then one there. Then I may do away with that one. Might do away with this at-grade, actually, and get rid of that. We'll think about that here in a second. Let's come back down here, and let's work on our bridge issue. Because this bridge, obviously, is a little wonky. Obviously, what would be a huge help right here, is not having that turned on, would be to have a train come through so I can get an idea as to the right height. Because I need to make sure that this is going to be at the right height for this crossing. Also need to bring this right here up so it is at the correct level. This is going to have to move on in as well. Okay. Get everybody to the same heights here. All right, so I can already tell you that that's going to be a little low. We're going to grab these guys, raise them all up a touch. That should be enough room for it. Don't know why it's doing that underneath there. Don't know yet. Figure that one out too. Bring him in as close as I can. That. Or make sure he's a nice smooth curve. Yeah, he is now. Good. All right. Then we're going to get all this stuff right here sloped out. Ah. It always auto-saves right when I'm trying to do something. There we go. Thank you. Okay. It needs to come up just a touch more. I'm trying to make this as smooth as I can. Okay. That's decent right there. That's decent, yes. Okay. I'll deal with the train. You know, let's just go ahead and fix the train line real quick. I've got to work on the train line. I've got some people who are helping me understand why I'm so bad at them. So, yeah. I got some people helping me understand why I'm bad at train lines. Okay, that hooks everything back up. I don't know what just happened there. Whatever. I don't care about the train line right now. It's the train line's gonna have to be worked on. Okay. I need this one to actually move up closer though. Like maybe up to here-ish. Yeah. Something like that right there, I think would be perfect. Maybe just bring him up just a touch. There we go. And that looks like it's enough clearance for the trains to get under. Again, as soon as I see a train, I can keep an eye on it. Let's see if there's any trains. There was one who just literally just passed. And it looks like I broke my bus route again. How? All right, fine. Just what's all is happening here? what's happening here? There. Okay, I don't know what that was, other than something being really odd. All right, there's a couple of more. Why is it putting that route way over there? Whatever. Okay, bus route's fixed. All right, so yeah, it's doing some weird stuff underneath here. That will be something I have to go and fix here in just a moment. But I think for now, okay, yeah, they're all going to disperse and go to some other areas. That gets this highway up, or this this main road up over the train tracks without it being like a massive ordeal. You know, it's more than what I was wanting to do with this, but at the same time, you know, I kind of had to do what I had to do. Just was not working out the way I wanted it to, so we did have to kind of make a bridge out of it essentially and bring it up over there. Now, what that does do is kind of breaks off some of our areas right here, but that's not the worst thing in the world, because what it will do is force people to go and use some of these other roads and everything, some of these other like collector type roads to get over there. So again, kind of sucks, but at the same time, not the end of the world. Now, I want to do a little remodeling on this part of the city right here. This has all gotten a little wonky since the remodel. So I want to try to fix some of this right here up. So let's take out these roads. And all of these houses. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, I am not like City Planner Plays. I am not like Phil, where I won't destroy something if it's like, you know, all eminent domain type stuff. No, I am the city god. I will do as I please. You'll just have to deal with it. This is essentially what it comes down to. This is my world. Okay, I want to demolish, please. Thank you. All right, so we're going to drag this road on over down this way. Connect him up to there. Put you to there. There to there. Okay. Oh, wrong kind of road. It's this road right here. My bad. There you go. You have the correct road. Okay. I'm not going to do anything right here just yet. Instead, let's just go in and fill in where I've demolished everything. It looks like I need to take a couple of houses out right there since I took all of these out. Oh, yeah, you're not supposed to have houses behind you because you're the poopy place. Poopy place doesn't get housing. Okay. Now, we are going to get some housing over on this side, but it's going to be a little more sporadic. Because I don't want the houses right on top of the rail line, but I do want some housing back there. Oh, okay. Now this right here, I don't like. I don't like that sharp corner right there. So we are going to change that up a little bit. We're going to make that a little bit more of a gradual, a little bit better of a curve. Like that. That's better. Okay. All right. I'm liking that better already, right there. Minimizes my at-grade crossings to only these two over here. Now, I would like to get rid of them, but at the same time, you know, I can't completely destroy all of my stuff to try to get them in there. Yeah, this rail line just went absolutely bonkers. God, what has happened here? I don't even know what's going on with this rail line anymore. You know what? Let's just get rid of it. How about that? The rail lines are going to be completely redone here soon anyways, because I have realized that I made several massive, major, terrible mistakes with my rail lines because I'm bad at them. But that's not for today's episode. Today, we are going to try and get all of this right here fixed. Water is fine. We will leave that as is. Okay, let's go ahead and play so we can start rebuilding these houses. Cost us quite a bit of residences. This right here is going to start flowing a lot better. I just missed another train. How am I keep missing all the trains. It's like I desperately need a train. There comes a train. Okay. Let's pause for a second. Okay. Let's follow this train. All right, let's follow the train into town and see how it performs with that space. We're going to have to be ready to hit pause. Oh, God. I lost it. And pause. Okay, this is going to tell me what I need to know. It could come down a little bit, actually. I could bring it down a little bit. Just a touch more. Not by much. They're usually really close, you know. They are usually real close. If you guys could see me right now, you would laugh. I'm actually, like, ducking my head down to see if it's enough space. That right there, I think, is exactly where I want it to be. It's enough space to get under it, and it's not too high. Okay, you're free to go now, sir. Thank you very much for your time. That gets him moving, and that makes me happy. Good. Now, the only thing it does do is it does cut off access to this road right here. And I think we can fix that by adding in just a little 2-lane unmarked road. That's going to go in. I see people be like, that road is weird. Trust me, I see roads like this all the time. Like weird little... You can almost tell where they eventually came in and made overpasses like this, and then they make a weird little road that does something like that. Now this thing right here, it is time for a traffic light. So we're going to come in here and we are going to do we're just going to set up a default traffic light. So what I did was I just held down control and right clicked it, and it set up an automatic timed traffic light for us. And he just flew right on through, didn't he? Now the only thing I don't like is that it does, when you hold down control, it does change and it makes automatic whatchamacallits, turning lanes, which I don't always like that. Now, these right here could do with having some dedicated turning lanes. So let's look in here and let's see what we've got that I could make that happen with. All right, let's pause this for a second. All right, I don't know why I have so many points right there. Does not like transitioning to that. That's the only thing with this particular pack that I don't really like, is that it does not have very good transitions. It does not like transitions on these roads. Really, really doesn't. The other pack that I had, the realistic American roads, actually handles these transitions really, really nicely without you having to use IMT. Hockenheimer wants you to use IMT to make all of these transitions, to make all of the road markings and everything. Whereas the Ultimate American Road Pack, which is one that I've used and been using some as well in the past, it would automatically make that transition. It would automatically put in connect the lines up. And I kind of do prefer that, just so I don't have to go in and do it all myself. I can understand his reasoning behind it. You know, he wants to support it, but, you know, he wants people to use that. But at the same time, you know, sometimes I just want it to work by default without me having to do anything, you know? All right, let's... Oh, God, these things are all the wrong color. Why are they like this? Okay. I think we're going to actually just go ahead and kind of upgrade some of these into bigger roads. Do I want to do that? It's going to be real awkward, isn't it? I really want turning lanes right there. See, this is when I get into the mood to my mood of I should just go back to the Ultimate American Road Pack, because it just has so much better options for all of this stuff right here. We're gonna leave it for right now. I'm not gonna fool with it at the moment. We're just gonna leave it. This right here will be fine. I may end up having... This is going to be an arterial. I probably will eventually come in and upgrade this into a 6-lane road, especially if traffic on it gets really bad, which I think it is. Yeah, it's getting pretty rough on that traffic. I feel like the traffic was better right there before the stoplights. Ambulance is stuck. Ambulance got stuck back there. Yeah, see, they are just absolutely backing up. I really do feel like it doing better before. Let's just stop the traffic light and just let traffic do its own thing. I feel like the traffic was fine before I added the stoplight in, to be honest with you. Well, okay, it's a nightmare now because it's trying to catch up to everything. All right, pause. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. Well, since this is becoming an arterial for the city, we may... Why is this doing this now? I'm having so many issues. Okay. There. Lord. With all the colors. All the colors of the rainbow. I'm going to leave that for right now. I'm not going to mess with it. I may get the American Road Pack again and see about... Because it has much nicer 4-lane with like slip lanes and turning lanes and stuff, and I may end up going back to that because this is a little frustrating to try and use. Actually, right here, speaking of slip lanes, this would be a good spot for a little slip lane right here. If you're not sure what a slip lane is, I'm about to show you. So that is a slip lane. Now that is probably the tightest slip lane I have ever seen in my life. It needs to come on out here somewhere. That's slightly better. Try to shrink it up a little bit more. Right there, I think would be good. Okay. Let's fix the coloring of... Oh, can I? Can I not? Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right, so this is a slip lane. It just allows traffic to go over to this side over here without having to stop and wait. Now, normally, though, there would be a turning lane for this. But what I need to do here is adjust all of these. This is not allowed to turn that direction. Do you want them to be able to go that way? Okay. Don't know what's happening right there. Junction restrictions, though. No U-turns. Okay, that's fine. So that allows them instant access over to that side. What we don't want is pedestrians crossing right there. So no pedestrians there or on that side. No pedestrians here or here or here. So no pedestrian crossings except at the intersection, essentially. And it all looks really funky right now, and I'll have to go back in and kind of fix that. I thought I turned that. Ah, no, I did not. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's so dark. I don't know. And I have to go back and fix all my IMT markings and get that working correctly. For right now, that gets traffic moving, and I think traffic's possibly better. It's better than it was with the traffic light. I really don't get it. Really our worst traffic is in the places I figured it would be. Over there. Always over there. This is not bad. Okay. That takes care of this one. This guy over here is doing okay. That's one heck of a up and down, isn't it? Is one heck of an up and down. Okay. No, it's just, that's just how it's made. Huh. I would hate to have to drive up and over top of that. That's kind of crazy. I thought maybe it was because of the terrain differences, but it's not. It's just like that. It's just like that. Okay. And I've got rail lines that are just all over the place, don't I? What's wrong with you? Alright, that straightens them out a little bit. So that takes care of a couple of at-grade crossings right there. Housing is all back in over here where it needs to go. And we're missing a little bit right there, looks like. But that's doing a little bit better. Now, we are going to come over here and thinking I might have some a pop of industry right here. And I know some people will be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're going to put industry right next to those houses." It's a thing. Yeah, I mean, it's a thing. I know I just zoned all that. Now I'm going to de-zone it. Yeah, I mean, it's actually really common for, okay, maybe not to have a dog park right next to it. I might can move the dog park elsewhere. Let's just put you up there for right now. Sorry, I know you lost your dog park. But yeah, you know, some people have to live next to industry. It's a fact of life. and you are super nice, actually. I hate to destroy you, but I'm gonna have to. Oh, what's happened right here? Huh. So we're gonna find a nice centerpiece industrial building for right here. Let's see what we can't find. I'd like a nice... I don't have a lot of industrial building stuff, to be honest with you. I really don't. Oh, yeah, I really don't, do I? Well, I've got a warehouse. Okay, let's try to make something happen here. I've got a warehouse. This terrain... I should have leveled the terrain before I started, to be with you. Hold on. Let's get rid of that thing. Let's fix our terrain here. Just try and clean that up just a touch. Okay. So, mate, let's put this warehouse right there. Facing that road. Okay, let's come back behind him. And you know what? I think I'm just going to level this lot off. I'm going to level it off with him. Exactly what we're going to do. We're going to level it off with him. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to bring him up some, and then let him fall over that way. Okay. Going to do that. Let's see. What else do I have? I've got some of these really tiny little roads. We'll bring one down into here. Got some of these older looking things right here. Just kind of looking around, seeing what I've got at the second. I know I'm kind of sitting here kind of quiet. I'm just kind of looking and thinking, you know, what do I have? What can I do with this stuff? Some old warehouse assets. Whoops, I think I just doubled him up. I did. Scooch him back, make him kind of part of this setup right here. Maybe like that. Yeah, let's do it like that. Now, here's the fun part. I'm going to come back to our rail lines. It's not rail. That's rail. There we go. Now, these are not going to have any use whatsoever. They're just here for fun. Now I've got to try to get this in here. Let's just turn everything. Okay. Grab that one and that one. Try to line them up as close as possible. Can't do both all. I can do one more set basically. Okay, so we'll do that. Now, I haven't done this in a long time, so who knows how this is going to turn out. So if this turns out awful, then, you know, we'll delete it if this turns out bad. But I kind of want to have some fun with it. Or at least I'm going to attempt to have some fun with it. Alright, straight, please. It's gonna be such a pain. And they're just going to go that way from this direction here, basically. Oh, isn't there a... Can I do parallel with this, I wonder? I don't know if I can or not. Be honest with you. I have no idea if I can do parallel or not. Can do that. Oh, man. It is not liking what I'm trying to make it do right here. And I know that's a really tight curve. It's probably super unrealistic. But I don't really care at the second. I just want to get it, I like to get the ideas and stuff. I like to get my idea in, and then I go back later and start trying to make my idea, more realistic. So I at least want to try to get my idea in there. Maybe 3 is too much. Maybe we'll just do 2. And then just try to bring it in. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, maybe 3 is just too much. Trying to make it do 3 is too much at the moment. Have it do 2 at least. Man, it is really not liking it, is it? Oh, jeez. Okay. Then we do have to try to connect him back up and in, like so. And then... make him do some weird stuff with a bunch of crossover mess. Make it look realistic. Maybe. I've seen people do it, and I don't know exactly how they did it. Because this is a single coming in out of a double, so that's probably why it's being super awkward about it. Because it is a single coming out of a double. Yeah, that's probably why it's not having a good day with it. That's reasonable right there. Now these houses right here, I will take these houses out. I won't make them live right next to the rail line like that. I won't be that cruel. We got some weird stuff happening there. Oh, it's because of the stuff over there. Okay, it's about as good as I can get it for the moment. Just like a little pickup and drop off, a little loading area back here, basically. I see this a lot where I live, you know, small, you know, coming off of the main line, you'd have an offshoot maybe with a couple of and there really are just short little segments like this. They're not even that long. They're just short little segments where like just a couple, it might be like 4 or 5 cars, 4 or 5 train cars right there that they load up. And then the main train would probably like pull down this way. Then he might back up to them, connect them up at the end of the line, and then carry them on out. So again, stuff I see. You know, some people are like, "Oh, you need a massive thing for the trains right there." I'm like, I don't, because that's not what this is. This little warehouse right here might have 2 or 3 train cars, 2 or 3, you know, whatever they call them. You know, the little loading things or whatever. They might just have a couple of them that they have. The train is going to come and pick up for them. Train will come and pick them up, and then the train takes them on. It backs up in there, connects them up, and then it carries them on out. So it's something I see quite often, and I was really wanting to kind of make that a thing right here. So I'm pretty happy with that. So that kind of makes, you know, gets to the idea of just a small little, you know, just a small little industrial area. Some warehouses and little things like that right around here. This is going to end up being just a big, like, you know, warehouse dock type area. No, not that far up. We'll come over to that far with it. I don't know what I'll do over here. I may change these up. I may make this a parking lot road instead. Once it gets to the bottom, I'll think about that. I will think about that. This episode, you know, I know it wasn't jam-packed with lots of stuff, but this railroad thing was really, really important to me to start getting the rail line system figured out and organized. I'm gonna have to play around with this particular node right here and make it work the way I want, because it's still not looking how I want it to look, and I got to figure out what I'm gonna do to make it look like how I want. It's starting to get better already, actually. Actually, that's kind of better already right there. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is... They would be going so unbelievably slow on this little section right here that having it be... with that many curves, I'm not too upset with. I don't really like this curve. I feel like this one needs to be the straighter of the two. But then it gets wonky right here. That maybe? Okay, yeah. That's better right there. I like that. It's starting... That's looking a little bit better. That's not gravel. That's concrete. But anyways, yeah. So, rail is going to be really important to this city. Right now, we only have the one rail line. But as we unlock some more tiles, these lines are going to split off. We're going to have multiple splits to them, and they're going to branch around. We're going to have different connections to them. And at some point, I'm thinking it's going to end up being right over here. I am going to have a major train yard right here with a big cargo hub. I want that right here. It's a good spot in between our poor little birch field. I know. I've abandoned you. I've abandoned poor little Birchfield. I'll get back to it one day, I promise. We'll get back to Birchfield one day. But I really wanted the train line stuff done. I think in the next episode, we may just take a little bit of a break, do some detailing. I want to get the detailing around the rail line looking kind of nice. I want to detail out this industrial area. I've got a little industrial area right here that I want to kind of throw together next to the bus garage. And just kind of finish this spot right here up so we can move on out into here and start getting this... well, actually, I want to move right here next. We still got a pretty good demand for some industrial and commercial, and I want to finish filling this right here in the next episode as well. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and a comment. I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.